Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today we're going over to Yorkshire, pardon me, to the Ilkley Brewery for their Ilkley Blonde. Never had this before, Session Blonde. So I will read the back because there is writing on the back, and by reading the back sometimes you learn something about the brewery and whatnot. So a beer for all. Hints of citrumus complement the soft biscuit with a moorish finish. The traditional golden bitter has had a makeover. Easy drinking, good looking, and a beer for everyone. On the malt side is Golden Promise UK and Crystal. On the hops, Mandarina Bavaria and Hallertau Blanc, which is German. Drink with pie and friends. The Ilkley Brewery, 40 Ashlands Road, Ilkley, UK, LS29 BJT. So yeah, LS. Don't know where that is. Oh, just put my hat back on because I've just got a right chill. So that's better. Keep me eating, as it were. Oh, so here we go. I do like this brewery. I like their ethos on the internet by saying, social media, tagging them, liking, all good. It's all good on social media, and I get that. So a sporadic note of carbonation coming from the bottom. Possibly this glass has not got a printed widget in the bottom, sort of thing. What looks like a blonde gold pour with a little white head on there. Yeah, citrusy, bit of lemon, bit of light malt. On the aroma, on the taste, I'm getting there. Let's go in. Let's dive in. Shamborsi. Oh, and again, a nice citrusy, touch of biscuit, a little bit malty. Oh, citrus to the back end. %4 ABV. Yeah, nice long-lasting flavour. And it's got that thing with it that you want to try and drink more to try and unveil any hidden qualities on the taste. Oh, Bayek. So pour the rest in. There we go. So not bottle conditioned. So always wary of that. You know, when you drink a beer, always be wary that if it says bottle conditioned, then watch out for the sediment layer at the bottom. If you don't care what your beer looks like, then you'll be fine. But if you're one of these as a stickler for very, very clear, then there's a good chance you might get a little bit of sediment in, and it may discolour the beer a bit. So always something to, keep an eye on. As for Ilkley Brewery, don't know a lot about them. I know I won a competition on Facebook years ago. I won a hat, and I think it was a bottle of barley wine, or it might have been an imperial stout. Yeah, in one of their, they don't do it these days, but not that I see it anyway. So like lots of breweries, everyone's counting the cost and being a bit more prudent. I mean, this year my friends Buying the Elephant, they normally do something on they normally do Christmas beers, but none this year. Obviously, you know, they've made the decision not to. So interesting to see why, whether it's a time thing, too busy. I know a lot of breweries aren't putting their effort into cans these days, and bigger beers, because the bigger beers, the tax threshold on bigger beers is walloping them. Yeah, it's interesting on that side of things. I mean, I've noticed that a local to me again, Neon Raptor have put their beers, their big beers, into 330ml cans. But the beers are a lot cheaper at that price. That's £7.95 for 330, instead of what would have been 13 quid for 440, 500. So, and I'm surprised really that 110 mils makes that much difference. Yeah, it's an odd one. I see Impy Stouts going into smaller cans, 250 mils. I do. I see this coming. You know, because of prices, I see a 250ml can being a regular thing. 330ml is already regular now. Vault City, Emperors, you know, a lot of them have thought about this, and you know, breweries will chat to each other about what's the way to go. Emperors, he puts this into 330 and charges a tenner for them as well. So yeah, interesting. You've got to play smart with the beer people, and if reducing a bottle from, what is this, 500, yeah, 500 down to 400, and if it keeps the prices down, is it a bad thing? No, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. You still get to try the beer. You may be drinking a little bit less, but definitely one for a beer with Raggy going forward. I'll bring it up in a beer with Raggy. Anyway, citrusy, bready, biscuity is what I'm getting from this. Another delightful beer from Ilkley. Easy drinking. As I could see a drop in the bottom. I'm wasting a drop. Yeah, lovely, easy going beer. At 5, well, would I drink it again? Yeah. Would love to see it on cask in Nottingham. It's funny how some breweries you see a lot of and some you just don't. I don't know why that is, but unless it's the logistics that are the problem, not the fact that they won't want the beer in Nottingham. It's the fact that getting the beer to Nottingham. That might be. That's why certain areas of the country are flooded with certain beers, and you don't see certain beers from certain places. And then it's getting the casks back to the brewers, you know, who make the beer. Always the interesting thing that is as well. So, because you need about quadruple the amount of casks, so you can put so many out and then get so many back in. Yeah, all good fun. So, would I drink it again? Yes, out of 5. Good 4.2 out of 5 for me. Thank you for watching. See you soon.